I already did a stream today. I was not expecting to do another stream, but it seems that I thought we would have to wait until at least this weekend to start seeing some gameplay from these content creators as I move around my dang forehead here. But we're here, we're locked in right now. Mr. Not the Expert is gonna have the first official full gameplay that's not from EA, I guess. So this is pretty exciting, pretty crazy. So I'm here with the face cam on. I'm locked in. I just it's been a long time coming here. It's supposed to debut in 2 minutes. So ladies and gentlemen, had no idea I was going to be making this video, but we are just minutes away from Not the Expert debuting the first official full-length Dynasty NFL. I said NFL. I'm so excited. College Football 25 Dynasty gameplay. Not a deep dive, not a snippet, the full thing. All of it right in my face, bouncing up and down. And just like that, you see my face. Not a common thing on this channel, but we're here. We're locked in. And I just have to say, it's been 11 years, okay? While I'm smacking styrofoam, it's been 11 years. I'm shaking right now. I'm out here. I haven't slept in days and weeks and months and years, and I gotta tell you, I'm very, very, very excited for this little situation here. So we are literally a minute away from the official first gameplay that's not EA gameplay. So this is crazy. I'm probably not gonna say a lot. I might say a little bit, but this is crazy, dog. This is I feel like criminal, man. It just this really dealy. This does in fact feel like Christmas. I've never had anything feel like this before, but we are locked and ready to rock and roll here. I think we are. I'm gonna put up the official clickety clizock for you boys for the live stream, guys. Where is it? We should be able to have like a clock thing. I'm gonna have to edit this out because we ain't here yet. Look at the chat going crazy, dog. I think they had an over under on Twitter how many views this video is gonna get in the first first day. I'm thinking this is a million, dog, man. I think it's a big dog. It's officially 2:59. So any second now, this thing could turn over and we'd be locked into the first official gameplay of College Football 25, the first Dynasty. Shout out to Not the Expert. It's been 11 long years, and we finally have it. Wait. Uh-oh. They're saying it's clickbait, but we're finally here. Let's check it out. Oh, I was too early. I was too early. Boop. Okay, we're here. It says it's going to premiere shortly soon. I think we're here. Oh, it's official.
To add this video.
Wow, that thing is smacking me with an ad. Ladies and gentlemen, the first... Oh, we got another... It's always another countdown with these dudes, man. Golly. Stop the recording, dog. I'm going to stop the recording. How y'all doing today, man? This is crazy. I'm supposed to be doing something, dog. supposed to be taking care of responsibilities, but I'm not, because we're here. Mr. Not the Expert, if you haven't seen it, if you're watching live. This is the first full gameplay, dog. It's like the full whole thing. You feel me? I got a minute left. I like the countdown, though. The countdown within a countdown. This is crazy. From Kendrick Lamar, aka Benzies to me just they are, Yeah. ladies and gentlemen, we are 20 seconds away from the official first gameplay full Dynasty reveal from Mr. Not the Expert. I'm so excited. I'm shaking like a little kid. It's finally time. Cedric's here in the live chat. We are all locked in. I hope you're ready for some greatness because, boys, a decade
We're going to be
wait.
showing one full season of Dynasty mode and showing you a complete guide on how to recruit. Thanks to EA for allowing me to capture this early. This is on an earlier build and not part of the day one patch. I'm assuming most people will want a challenge in their first rebuild, so I'm going to be showing you what it's like controlling a one-star program. Kennesaw State is one of the lowest overall rated teams in the game, and I think it'll be a great example of what it's going to look like when you're a lower star team.
We're
You
here,
could be a
boys.
head
We're
coach in
here.
this game, or an offensive coordinator,
are
or a
here.
defensive
This is
coordinator
crazy.
if you so choose. I think it's more interesting to create your own coach, so that's what we're going to do here. So when choosing a coach, you have to decide what is your main archetype going to be right from the get-go.
That's cool.
Motivator, recruiter, and tactician. Later on, I'm going to go way more in depth for a coaching abilities tier list, but for this video, we'll keep it light. You can look at motivator as an easy way to get XP for your players over the long haul.
Fire.
Tactician is going to give you direct ratings boost right away. So if you're trying to be win now, I'd probably go tactician.
Wow, he's loud.
Long haul, go motivator, but I think what everyone is going to be choosing from the get-go is going to be recruiter, and it makes it way easier to bring in higher overall players. So that is what I've
Wow, he's super loud. And I have a feeling this music's going to get copyrighted. So I'm going to have to talk a little bit here, but I don't care because this is phenomenal stuff, man.
I'm going to keep it as Kennesaw State's default at the pistol. You notice we can set the pipeline for my head coach. Because Kennesaw
Okay,
State
that's
is
fire.
outside
That's
of
fire.
Atlanta, I think it'd be smart to have that as my pipeline.
Makes sense.
Directly stacked with my team's pipeline.
Actually, like half of my school went to Kennesaw State. Fun fact. So that's pretty cool.
Kennesaw State is
I'm gonna have a really fat fat coach. Gotta have a fat boy coach.
goal to be incredibly low, only winning 4 games. So I've got a lot of breathing room here as a head coach. When you actually sign the contract, your coach physically signs it in there, which I think is neat. When we get to the coaching abilities tree, you'll notice that there is a ton of different options here. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a coach abilities breakdown later on, so stay tuned for that video. Don't want
Fire.
to overwhelm you here. There's over 276 coaching abilities in this game. Do need some
Wow.
prerequisites for
That's
certain ones, like
that's
top
crazy,
development,
dog.
You need to have 2 players drafted in the first round, and you need to have spent 25 in recruiter and motivator. And all the way at the top, there's
You can definitely tell like revamped team had a lot of influence here.
some of these you're not going to be even having the option to get to for quite some time. For this video, I'm going to be only focusing on the recruiting tree. There's a basic recruiter path and an elite recruiter one later on. But to get to elite recruiter, you need to sign 2 top 5 recruiting classes and spend 50 coach points in recruiter. This is broken down by position group. Now, how you want to build your team is up to you, but I personally like to look at the quarterback first and build out from there. Smart people would probably go to the offensive or defensive line, especially because when you upgrade advanced look, it takes less time to fully scout a position. And for offensive and defensive line, this encompasses quite a few positions.
This is the boring stuff, clearly.
Center, right guard, right tackle, and obviously for the defensive line, all of those. So you could probably get more benefit spending it over here versus at the quarterback one, but I value the quarterback position so much, so I'm going to spend my 5 points right here, and I'll probably use my points elsewhere once I get more. The preseason
Fire.
is an incredibly important time for the recruiting stage.
It's a dope layout. I'm really messing with the this whole little setup here. It's kind of flavorful.
Because your team's not preparing for games, kind of thing. But you can see this up on the top right. At Kennesaw State, we have
You turn it up just a little
50 hours
bit.
to spend right now. Now, your recruiting hours is directly tied to your team prestige. So if you're a team like Georgia,
I appreciate the buttons.
some of those like 5-star programs, those schools have way more resources to use. So their recruiting
Is that better? Let me know, Dominic, if that's better for the volume there.
have to use. They're going to be able to scout way more players than we will. And they can go all in on a vast majority of those players. And once
We'll work through the copyrights. I mean, I really don't care at this point. But can y'all hear it?
in most of my recruiting classes at a 1-star program, I end up with like 15 or so recruits. Like if we look at the Kennesaw State's team needs, we definitely need some quarterbacks. It says our rating is a C-, so that could easily be upgraded. And honestly, a lot of these positions need to be upgraded. But not having a fullback on roster, that's just disrespectful. So we got to change that right away. But our quarterbacks are
fullback.
only in the 60s,
No
so that means
fullback
our
love.
playing time for the new recruits coming in is going to be massive. 'Cause most
Of
of them are
course,
going to be
brother,
over
of course.
60 something overall. The first thing you'll see is a recommended tab here. This is what the game is trying to help you get players that will be easier for you to get. On the far left, you
Fire.
can see these little green dots. This will let you know if a player is interested at any level. You can see I sort right here. This guy has no interest in us yet. You can also sort by the interest one. Will show you directly which number he's at. Like this 3-star quarterback, Daniel Cohn, we're number 3 on his board right now. You can also see if he's a JUCO player or a high school player. Daniel Cohn is in high school. He's got no offers currently. Sorting by this is going to be really important.
Yeah,
later,
it looks crazy in depth for the
recruiting.
recruiting.
Look at height and weight, but no longer can you look at 40 time. You can't look at bench press, squats, or anything like that. But the way I like to populate my board is by going to any state and narrowing it down from here, because this opens it up and you'll notice all these players that are completely grayed out. This is because they have deal breakers that we do not fit. A lot of the 4 and 5 stars in the country care about things like pro potential, championship contender, and high coach prestige, things like that. As a brand new program, we really are not able to fit those needs. However, there are some players that can slip through the cracks here. Like we see this 5-star defensive end. He cares about playing time, which he's going to be way better than anyone we currently have on roster. So there is a small chance we're able to sneak in here and get him. I'll add Arthur Quick to the board just so you can take a look at him. You'll notice scrolling down, some players have deal breakers that we can see and some don't. But noting what they have can be very important because players have 3 ideal things that they care about the most, deal breaker being the one that they're the most passionate about overall. And getting to know that information early makes it way easier to start recruiting them. Like for Arthur Quick's example, we know the thing he cares about most is playing time, and we have A+ in that, meaning it's going to be way easier to pitch him for that. But I'll explain more about that later on. But if you see something over a B here for deal breaker, I think there is potential that you could land this player. Keenan Baker is an athlete, but it looks like he's a scrambling quarterback. And his proximity to home is A+. We have the lowest tier pipeline influence, but that could still come at an advantage. The only danger here is you'll look at the top schools down here. The schools we'll be competing against is Georgia, Clemson, Alabama, Tennessee, Ohio State. So if they even thought about looking at Keenan Baker, we'd probably be in trouble. Either way, I'm still going to take a look at him and see if they ignore him, because he currently has no offers. Daniel Cohn has already got a deal breaker on us now, but that's because we've been populating our board with other quarterbacks. You see, Daniel Cohn has playing time at higher, but it dropped lower because we added these blue chip prospects ahead of him. So if we wanted to really chase after Daniel Cohn, we would need to take these guys off the board. So you're like, what happens when I remove all these players? Suddenly, his playing time goes back to an A+. Now let's scout Daniel Cohn and see what he's looking like as a 3-star player. Well, now I clicked one time and I see his 85 throw power,
you've seen a lot of
really revamp stuff.
You're seeing a lot of classic stuff from NCAA 14. Nothing crazy right now. I mean, I think these are just kind of like some of the basic stuff, but I mean, still good stuff to see that's still in the game.
Gym for a 5-star, so this guy is a tremendous football player. But you can see how you could spend a lot of points just scouting players. Even at full scouted, you will not see the players full overall. It's on you to look at their top 10 attributes based on their archetype to make a decision on how you feel about them as a player. I feel like this adds another layer to scouting. It's more about finding players that fit what you want to go for more than just looking for the highest overall. Put a player like Arthur Quick, yeah, he's probably going to be pretty good. My guess is he's in the high 70s range, which is probably one of the more elite freshmen you can get. Now, one strategy you could do is you could look at, well, this guy's a 5-star. Even if he's a 5-star bust, that's still a 4-star quality player. So that's still a good player you're getting. So you could look at the 5 stars and just be like, I'm going to take what I get. I don't really need to know his abilities right from the get-go. But for me, I'm a little more curious. And if we look at Arthur Quick's overview, I mean, just seeing the teams that we're going to be competing against here, I don't think they're going to be ignoring a 5-star gym like this. They have the pipelines that are way stronger than us, but we might be able to get them just based on the playing time thing. But we'll see. I'm still going to offer him a scholarship. He's too good of a player to not take a chance at, you know. And in the preseason, you can only scout and offer players scholarships. Now, in my experience, I have not landed a 5-star player at a 1-star school yet, but maybe this video is the lucky time. So what I'm going to do is try that strategy with these other positions.
He said he been putting time in. This boy been...
I'm not even going to scout this right tackle.
This boy been playing this game, huh?
Now, if we get farther down the process and he starts to respond well, then I'll scout him. But I'll take any 5-star I can get here at Kennesaw State. You could try to populate your board with a bunch of like 2 and 3 stars, but I find that to be a little bit more challenging because you only have limited hours to scout, so you're not really going to know what you're going to be getting. The 2 stars have a lower floor. I'd much rather take a chance on the higher profile players. In my opinion, you're going to get way less of them, but the ones you do land are going to be game changers. A little tip here, Max Shelley and Clay Zelenka, they both have playing time as their deal breaker, and both of them are 4 stars. Clay is the 32 ranked quarterback in the country, so he's 1 spot lot higher than Max Shelley at 33. Deal breaker goes on to Clay. So I already know that Max is a higher overall than Clay is here. So I guess I could try to ignore Clay, but they could probably both be good players. Let me scout Max here and see what we got. So he's got 90 throw power. He's got mobile deadeye, so he's already got some good abilities. Yep, he is indeed a gem, so we knew he was a higher overall player. Good accuracy, 85 deep is strong. There's a lot of coach abilities under the tactician path that can help you with short and medium accuracy.
You can tell EA definitely told him, hey, you better spend like a good 10 minutes, a good 10 to 20, whatever portion of your video, like slowly talking about each thing before you even get to the gameplay.
And you're probably asking, why am I talking about
it? And I know you might be wondering, like, oh, why can't I like skip forward? It's a Premier Big Dog. I can't. Let's check out. I do want to see what the chat's talking about, though.
Same thing with like program tradition, brand exposure. We're not going to have too many NIL opportunities for you.
Chat's not popping.
So the way I approach it at these small schools is only going by proximity to home, playing style, and playing time. That's because these are different for each player.
This is not the expert. It's premiering right now. If you want to go watch it yourself,
Max Shelley's got an
this
A+
is not
grade.
the expert.
That's because he's a quality player, so he's more likely to start right away.
My team, I'm a University of Texas fan. I'm gonna go with North Texas. The North Texas Eagles. That's gonna be me, offensive coordinator all day.
Kentucky, except for
Y'all check me out. I'll be there early access, not as early as these boys,
I'm gonna take a chance on Logan.
I guess early as
He's
possible.
got some good qualities here and some good abilities. Oh, we got our first bust. I mean, he does have 90 speed, 91 acceleration, so he's probably like a higher 3-star. He's got the option king. He probably falls off on the deep throw because we don't see it in his top 10 attributes here. Because for the different archetypes, it will show you different things. Oh, 95 throw power. This is going to be a
also,
gem.
Side
Yep,
note, I'm kind of
Silas Marie looks like a
I'm kind of messing
player.
with like the way the players look. At first, I was like
100 speed. I have never seen that, gentlemen. I did not even know that was possible in this game.
Wait,
Holy
what?
moly. Okay, my jaw is on the floor. I
Speed.
think we need to change our strategy here. I don't care, Max Shelley. You're a good player. We'll look at you later on, but I'm clearing off this board. Yeah, when you have generational speed, you're going to the absolute top of my board. And we have
what team y'all starting with at Dynasty? What team are you starting with Dynasty? And then you gotta let me know what position you're starting with in Road to Glory.
Proximity to home too. If they even think about getting Keenan Baker, he's going to flip over
or
there.
position.
They're obviously a much better program than we are. My Keenan's getting a scholarship, a firm one. My strategy here is just
they said 100 speed, get in the bucket. I'm not mad at that.
Where they don't have a deal breaker. The reason I'm doing this and not scouting them right from the get-go.
I gotta be honest with you. I hate scouting. I always do like 1 year dynasties. But
scholarships here, and don't make
this doesn't look too bad. I might have to take some time. Check it out.
All these guys being 4 and 5 stars, they're probably going to be pretty good players nonetheless, even if they are busts.
Texas
so
guys,
level,
all right,
totally
UTSA,
4-star
them road runners.
That's
a respectful team to start off with. You know what I'm saying? I respect it,
I would
brother.
probably avoid scheduling the Georges of the world, especially at level 1, because you're definitely going to be losing this game. But I do want to show you some of the whole field advantage effect stuff, so we'll pop into that game for 2 seconds, and you'll get a sense of how bad we are as a team from the get-go and how far we have to build up. Now that you can see we're in the regular season, our recruiting hours has dropped to 350, so we have 100 less than we did in the offseason. The first guy I want to check on, of course, is Keenan Baker, and oh no, bad news for us. Georgia has already offered him a scholarship. The hope of getting generational speed out here is probably going to be dead. But you see, we do get some influence bonus for offering him a scholarship. Just 2 ticks right there. We don't have a huge pipeline bonus for him, only the level 1. All the teams in his top 8 right now are going to destroy us with those bonuses. Now that they've offered him a scholarship, this race is likely going to be over, but I'll keep him on the board just so you can see how it plays out. Seems like nobody's going for this 3-star fullback, though. Hey, you know I love me some fullbacks.
Is up, dog.
We'll scout him just out of curiosity.
Fullbacks is up, dog.
He is a gem. Love to see that. All fullbacks are gems in my eyes. Like I said, I've never gotten a 5-star at a 1-star program before because you can see how immediately competitive it is. Of course, he's one of the best players in the entire country, Arthur Quick. So my scholarship means a lot less to him. Only getting the 1 tick here versus the 2 ticks for other players. 6 schools that have offered him a scholarship besides me. So Arthur Quick, I mean, I don't even know if it's worth me spending any more points on it because I already know I'm not going to get him. With only 350 recruiting hours, I have to be quite selective here. Even though I know this is probably hopeless to get Keenan Baker, I still can't resist. I'm going to send the house and try as much as possible to get him.
Send the house,
because it's not often you see freaking
I got my light all up
speed
in the
out here, 100 and 96 throw power to pair with it. That just sounds fun. So I'm going to try it. But 50 points is so expensive for us, so we have to be careful, and I can only choose a couple of guys to do that on. One way I can see I already have an advantage here is Salvador Pujols. No one has offered him a scholarship besides us, so this is an opportunity for us to sneak in there, and he's the number 4 center in the entire country. So this would be a massive game changer for us. I think this is an easy send the house for him. Now, I haven't scouted him yet, so I'm going to do it now just out of curiosity, and he even is a gem. 89 impact, 92 strength. Pretty obvious he's a quality player. Now that the regular season has started, a lot of schools have sent out scholarship offers to a ton of different players. And this is when I really like to look around and see who slipped through the cracks. You can consider this like the low lock cheese from NCAA 14 in a way. Caleb Bloom, we have the A+ proximity to home, so I think it's worth gambling on that. First step you really want to do is offer them a scholarship before you do anything else, because these will have lasting benefits. So the quicker you get that scholarship to them, the better.
This is college football 25 Dynasty. This is not the expert. He's premiering the video now. If you want to go see it in its full entirety, if you don't want to see a big foreheaded dude yap while it happens.
Here on the right, where if you send the house, you're going to get those 4 ticks, whereas the lowest one at just searching social media, you're only going to get the 1 little tick. Try to find the player that you value the most and go all in on him, because competing against these top programs, you're not going to get too many high-profile players. In my testing, I've probably gotten 2 to 3 4-stars in my year 1s of rebuilds, and then the rest are filled with 3 and 2 stars. So that should show you a lot of these players will not be committing to Kennesaw State here. So I got to try and find the guys I care about the most.
A little crazy.
Go all in on them. Now that we've reached week 1, you see how many guys have already locked me out. This is how quickly it can change, especially with these higher profile players. I'm not in their top 8, so this is going to be a mass exodus on my board. But that's totally fine, because I was aggressive with
I don't really like scouting either, but hopefully the gameplay is coming here pretty soon.
Now Georgia, Tennessee, and South Carolina are making way more progress than I am,
speed.
but I'm not giving up hope in this fight because we snuck into this first round. We're also still in the
I'm
race
thinking,
for
hey, don't sleep on any of the what's it called?
House at both of them, which is the only reason we're still holding on. But because I added these players that have no scholarship offers, this is a real chance for me to leap up.
Not Naval Academy, but you know, it's the Armed Forces Academy. Hey,
97 speed.
Watch what I do to Air Force, dog. Watch what I do to Navy, dog.
So I think I want to be aggressive with him. Let's go straight up in the house for him.
Crazy
uniform. And we're seeing that lasting effect on Salvador Pujols. No one offered him a scholarship. Then we came in here, offered him a scholarship, sent the house, and now we are number 1 on his board. The number 4 center in the country, we could be having a chance to get him. That's because we were paying attention, looking around, and seeing what we could get. Now, because I want to show you more than just recruiting here, I want to show you what it's like to play on the road and show you some of these home field advantages. Because it's freaking crazy. Now, Georgia is 20 overall.
Can we see some unis?
They're the number 1 ranked team.
Can we see some unis?
Stadium Pulse, aka their toughest place to play ranking, is top 10.
Oh, this looks very FIFA-y. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, between the hedges, out there in Sanford Stadium. Woo! This looks good, man. This looks good. Oh, yeah. Woo. Hey, Kennesaw look clean too with the black lids. Oh no. He's a content creator, so you know they get the early codes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Nice. Here we go.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be difficult. You can see everyone's composure is.
It's officially gameplay time, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. We're locked in. Not the expert. First official college football 25 gameplay. Let's lock in.
I don't even know what button my tight end is.
Sorry about that, live guys. I had to.
It's not even possible.
You know what I'm saying? I have to let the YouTube videos, YouTube people know. I'm reacting to this whole thing.
My quarterback and his
it's crazy.
Currently, we're gonna try to throw it low.
Oh, look at that.
And he drops it.
Oh, they look smooth, man. I like the classic college football style with the like. It looks like it's like a written thing.
He tapped his helmet like he did.
Oh, like you can like.
Oh
wow, that was easy.
Not really.
So that's cool. So like you can give people audibles, but if they don't hear you, you just like I'm not gonna run it, dog. That's
probably hopeless.
That's crazy. Here's Carson Beck though.
Can we get around the corner?
Oh,
try and slow him down. We're not going to stop him. Georgia has so many impact players. There's no limit to that. So all those stars means that's a high-quality player they got. We only got like 1 on defense.
Here it is.
The minimum is 1.
No.
We are just simply outclassed in every area. And when you're adding on the home field advantage effects, it gets even more terrifying.
Let's see it.
Lobbing it in there. Oh, he caught
That's
that.
a touchdown?
That's a touchdown.
That's great.
Home field advantage effects are way more intimidating in this game than they
This
ever
is
were
not
in
bad.
NCAA
I will
14.
say I
mean, you
don't
still have
like
squiggly
the
lines
Madden
and stuff,
engine.
but
I know
it goes another level.
it's still, you can
Here we
tell
go,
it's the same type of Madden player models,
running
except it looks a
three
little higher
highs, so it
quality.
doesn't really
But
help
I think
too
the way that they're
much.
presenting it, how
Slant
smooth the
route for
gameplay
Bo. He
looks,
doesn't
man.
know it's going to be a false start.
This
We
is
went
cool,
too
man.
low, tried to do hot
I'm locked
routes
in.
low
Look at
in
the
play clock,
detail
which
on
leads
these
to a higher
uniforms,
chance
dog.
of false starts.
It's
I'm gonna try
different
to
in
block the
college,
running
dog.
back here. Oh, he
The
hurt me.
uniforms,
He's right next to me. Good.
the attention to
Really wanna
detail,
hit the
everything
tight
is
end
just
possible
different,
with their
dog.
blitzing.
Here it
Throw
is.
it on a
Oh, he
dive,
overthrew
way
it.
off
Okay.
the mark. Do not have the accuracy for my quarterback.
And that's that new throwing.
Try and
Okay.
scramble, champ.
Ooh.
Oh
Okay.
my, I'm
like,
terrified. In
like
up
they
the
look
field with,
smooth.
like
Like they,
six Georgia
the running
Bulldogs in
looks
my face.
smooth, dog.
Oh
They don't
my
look
gosh,
funky.
I
I'm
keep
messing
trying
with
to
this
tell
heavy.
my circle button to run a slant, but he won't hear me. I think he finally
Okay,
heard me after
so
like
that's what I was
6
talking about. Like he
tries.
can't hear him.
That is how difficult it is
That's
to make
kind
it
of
happen.
crazy. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
reach up there and
oh.
try and grab it, but they push it out. But I think you get the idea here now.
That boy got
Georgia's gonna stop us
worked.
in the simulation too. Yeah, at halftime it's 45-10. 52,
Golly.
60. Oh my gosh, they're going to drop so many on us. So I think it's pretty obvious we have a long way to rebuild if we're getting beat by 60
this
points.
gameplay is
I mean, Georgia's the
smooth,
best
it's
team in the country, so
crispy.
that's a good measuring stick for how far you have to go. 8 touchdowns for Carson.
God.
Oh my goodness. But even
Yo.
just playing that game, doing a little bit, getting a couple first
That's
downs
like how they
here and
did
there, it got us
Bordeaux.
to level 2. I really want to go all in on these quarterbacks, so I'm going to keep spinning here. I'm going to put it in most influential, so my recruiting
Okay.
actions have bigger impact.
Cool.
And I'm also going to go increase weekly recruiting hours for
So he's
quarterbacks.
just
Originally,
lacing
I
up
could only
his,
spend 50 hours on a specific recruit.
coaching,
If I go over to a
activities or
different
whatnot,
position like running
or
back,
boosts,
I'm
my
still
fault.
capped at the 50 because I
Trees,
do
I
not
don't
have
know.
the coach ability to bring that up to a higher level. And your coaching abilities can stack with your coordinator.
abilities, my
Offensive
fault.
coordinator, he's an elite recruiter. This is going to be awesome because our recruiting actions have even way bigger effect on QBs. And it looks like my defensive coordinator has it too, but they're
Nice.
primarily for defensive players. The coaching abilities
Nothing
can
wrong
stack
with
and
that.
have a bigger effect.
Gotta help out
Now I have a
defense.
cap of 65 hours I can spend on him each week, so I'm going to get to that level. We're going to DM him and search his social media. We're really trying to compete with those top dogs.
Search
Literally,
his
Georgia's
social
number one
media.
dogs. Keenan
Hey, man,
Baker's
that's-
now up to his
that's
top
real,
5
though.
schools, and
That's
we're still
real.
in there barely at number 4. So now it opens up the ability to schedule a visit, and honestly, with the competition we have here, I'd probably try to schedule this as soon as possible. And the benefit for us is we already know his deal breaker. So if you didn't know his deal breaker, you would have to start doing pitches. Usually you would not want to hard sell him right away, but I already know proximity to home is his deal breaker. It's not shown right here, but that's going to be one of the check marks on the interest here. Each player has 3 check marks that are hidden behind these question marks. It
That's
is fully
fire.
revealed the more influence you gain on them. You can sell a player on just one of the interests.
Oh,
He cares
gosh.
about athletic
Sorry about it.
facilities, and I definitely know he cares about proximity to home. So I'm going to try to gamble here on this one and hard sell him. But I also want to try to schedule a visit. This costs 40 later on. Bonuses / negatives that could happen in each game. Like if I schedule a game against FCS, which is the Pandas, shout out UGF, I'm getting no
Hey, the
influence for the
Pandas.
win here because we're totally expected to win this game. But if I lose this game, it's going to be a massive downgrade for Keenan Baker. If I play a team on my level, there's going to be 2 ticks of influence. But if I beat a team higher ranked than me, like later on in the season here, I'm getting 3 ticks of influence. Find a game that you'll win, yes, but if you're really trying to go for it, I would definitely try to play a higher ranked team. Go in there, try to win the game yourself. And the way this is going, I'm probably going to schedule this for week 9 against Liberty. When you do the visit, you have to choose an activity for them to do. You definitely want this to be one of the check marks.
Okay, so you
Ideally,
gotta
want
send your
this to
own
be the
players
deal
on
breaker,
activities,
though.
too. That's
we already
kinda
know his deal breaker is
annoying,
proximity
to be honest with you.
And obviously it had the A+ grade,
I'm just an
so why
old
would I
head,
go
dog.
anything
I'm
else?
like,
I'm sending him on that.
I think
So
I'm
we
half
spent
an unk,
40
dog,
of the
'cause-
65 hours this week, so I'm going to try to contact friends
Just
and
play
family.
ball. How
On top
about
of
that, huh?
we
How about that,
of
son?
65
Talk about
hours.
hopes and
Always
dreams
trying
and
to do that for
desires and
players that I'm
personal
not
and
going to anyone
girlfriends.
else.
Now, how
But these
about
actions
you
will stay
spin the
same
rock,
until you
huh?
change something. So for this fullback,
How about
I
it? How
only
about
have
getting in the
DMing
weight
him
room?
every week. Basically, it just means he's
Take-
getting
take
10
off
hours
them-
a week,
them
and that will
silly
stay the same unless I
armbands or
change
whatnot,
something or
huh?
like he locks me
Let's
out.
get
Because
after
I
it.
have no
You know,
competition
but
for it right
maybe-
now, I'm fine with
maybe
just
I'm not-
spending
I shouldn't
just
be
a
a
little
coach.
bit on him without going all in. I'm saving
Maybe
the
I
all
shouldn't
in
be
for
a
these
coach.
quarterbacks, which is what I really want here. I'm being uber aggressive on this one position group, obviously. Now, the 4th tier is only increased starting interest from QBs, so that doesn't really help me this season. And I know my second priority is going to be on the offensive line, so I'm going to keep spinning here, and I want to get to tier 2 to have recruiting actions give a bonus to offensive linemen, because I really want to get that 4-star center we were looking at earlier. Whoa, it looks like we're in the lead for this 5-star Logan Wisnowski, though.
Okay.
Kentucky is
5-star
falling
boys
down the list a little bit, though. They're not using their tier 4 pipeline to their advantage. Maybe they're not spending enough points like we are. Maybe they don't have the coaching abilities we do. This would be my first ever 5-star at a 1-star program, so I'd be hype about that, obviously. But of course, Keenan Baker's the one I want with the generational speed, and it looks like it's an incredibly difficult competition. We did the hard sell on him last week, so we get the 5 ticks of influence. So he's definitely responding well to that. And that's going to remain every single time we do it. And we guessed correctly, all 3 of his ideal motivations were exactly what we pitched to him. So he cares about athletic facilities, championship contender, proximity to home. Now, if a player does not have an ideal pitch that you have, you can try to sway him into the ones you really look for, but I don't use this too often. And in my experience, as long as you know one of the ideal
he's talking
pitches
about it like he's been playing this for
you're going to be totally fine.
for
really
months, because he has.
You do want to have all 3
playing this
highlighted.
boy.
The only problem here is what we're pitching him, we have a D and a D minus, so that could probably be leaving some points on the table, but there's not really much I can do with that as a 1-star program. And of course, our pipeline is only level 1 here, so it's not like we're getting a ton of bonuses from that either, whereas Georgia can take a nap with their 5-star pipeline and get massive influence. So I'm fighting for my life for Keenan Baker, and Georgia could probably just get him in their sleep.
A few moments later.
Okay.
No, Keenan Baker reached his top 3 schools, and we did not make the cut. This is devastating to me.
That's crazy.
I was going all in on Keenan, but we obviously saw those top.
All right, man. Can we get back to the gameplay? Jeez.
Keenan Baker, you were a legend, man. You would have
We
been
get
awesome
it.
to
You
play
gotta
with
scout
generational
players.
speed like that, but
You gotta
we'll not be
battle.
playing at
You
Kennesaw
gotta
State.
battle over
Please don't
teenagers
afford
like
that
your
respect,
name's
though.
Drake.
Now
I
Logan
get it,
Wisnowski
dog.
is my new option here. This 5-star
Like your name's
QB.
Dr. Disrespect. I get it, dog.
Keenan is still scheduled for a visit.
Like your name's
Liberty, so I don't
Never
want them
mind,
to have a
dog.
competitive
I'm not
visit.
even
You
gonna
can
go
see it
there,
right there. So I'm going to move him to Sam Houston
Jeez.
State instead. Still the same risk to reward ratio out here. And Logan cares about proximity to home as well. So that's what I'm going to do. Family visit when you come here.
Yeah, they really told the revamped team, hey, just work on recruiting.
They have the tier 5 pipeline. They got
put them boys in a box and told them, just work on recruiting. I can clearly see that
They
now.
paid attention, and they
You
did
just
pay
see the
attention.
revamps
So
all
I knew
over
this
this.
going in that this was going to be pretty difficult. Again, I'll leave him on the board just out of curiosity to see what happens, because I have had some players decommit before, but I'll talk about that more later. I'm sad to see Keenan Baker being a lost cause, but we do get some recruiting points back, so we can spend this elsewhere. Logan Wisnowski, I'm going to do the hard sell on him.
Wishnowski, that's a name right there. That's a John Hancock right there, boy.
Definitely sitting that. One thing I can do to get Logan Wishnowski
Salvador
better is going to have a complimentary
Pujols.
visit by adding
These are some
Salvador
straight
Pujols
Key and
over
Peele.
Right here, you can see complimentary visit
Sorry for
scheduled
smacking
for
the
Sam
mic. I
Houston
apologize.
State, and then we're going to be locked in on that. In his deal breakers,
These are
proximity
some
to home as
Key and
well,
Peele
yeah,
East
definitely
West
gotta go
Bowl
there.
ass
More
names,
upgrades for
dog.
my head coach
And
is gonna be
I'm
adding
about
to
it.
always be recruiting for offensive line, so we get increased recruiting hours. I can also schedule a visit for this wide receiver, Dennis Mueller. So we're just going to have maximum complimentary visits.
The Mueller.
I can even add this fullback also at a complimentary visit. Just stacking all of these as much as I can. You can see these hard sells are working pretty well on Logan Wishnowski now. Getting the 5 ticks of influence. Whoa, and there we go. My first ever 5-star at a 1-star school. Logan Wishnowski. It seems like a lot of schools ignored him. Like
The
Kentucky was the only one giving him a
Wishnowski.
chance, but we swooped in and threw way more points at him. Wow, first recruit for Kennesaw State, and this video is a 5-star QB. Not bad. Oh, and we pair it with the center. And we also get the wide receiver in the same week. It's just kind of a snowball effect. A 5-star and 2 4-stars.
Kennesaw
right there.
State.
And this is why I'm telling you, you can get blue chip prospects at these lower schools. You just have to have heavy investment early on and kind of know what you're looking for. Now, you'll notice we do not even know Logan's development trait yet. You'll see that when he comes on campus, unless you have a specific coaching ability, but you'll see it when they come to visit. But overall, I don't care what development trait Logan has. He's going to be a great player right away. Obviously, he's a 5-star, and he wasn't a bust either. The number 2 QB in the country is coming to play at Kennesaw State. And we're pairing it with the number 4
Not
center
bad.
as well. But now
Not
at this
bad.
stage, I probably need to be looking at depth as well. So what I could do is start adding players that already have interest in me. 3 stars on the board, and then eventually I'll go down to 2 and 1 stars. I add out my depth later on. You want to find your key playmakers early. and then switch your focus. At least that's the way I like to do it. I'm not going to be shy here, though. I'm offering scholarships like they're hotcakes out here.
You feel me?
Hey, we
You
got
feel
that
me?
3-star fullback, too. We've been on an absolute roll this season. Oh, my goodness. We're just really having a great season. Our 4-star free safety, Caleb Bloom. The only school
We're
that
kinda
offered was
cooking over
Tennessee,
here,
and
dog.
they did it way too late in the process. And what's
I'm
nice
not mad
about
at it.
these guys, I know his deal breaker is proximity to home, and that's an A+ for him. So I know that's not going to change. He's not going to
Dallas,
be a
Georgia.
transfer risk
It's a
for
weird
me.
place.
So it's a win-win, really. Caleb Bloom will be on this roster
Look
for
at
the
that
long
beard
haul.
on
we had a
Big
much
Bloomy.
better season
All
than I
right,
thought. We're
more
gonna be
gameplay,
making
boys.
the
We're
Conference
locked in.
USA Championship here. We
Here
were 8-4
we
in the regular
go.
season, and it's at this stage where you can look to hire new staff. You can see.
Oh, wait, we're skipping past the
game.
game.
Offensive coordinator. And
I
C-
thought we were gonna get more
defensive coordinator.
gameplay.
I'll fire them both. So we'll just totally hit the reset button on them, because usually
Fired
you
his
can find some
guys,
better
dog.
talent. Well, we made the Conference USA Championship.
All right, here we go.
game.
Here
get
we
to
go.
host it. This is sick. Now, I really wanted to show off
Look
one of the
at
visits, but it didn't seem
this.
like we had any players visiting in any big games.
Oh, you can
and
have,
they
like-
committed before we
okay.
needed to show the visit.
Look how
You'll see
clean
the difference
this
here. Like, now that
looks.
we're at home, we're
Ugh.
totally calm. It's not a packed stadium at all. And Kennesaw State has like the lowest maximum attendance you can possibly have in this game, which I think they max out at like 8,000.
In Western Kentucky,
Only played a couple
Western
moments here. We
Kentucky
find
is
ourselves
another
down
team
by
you need to
10.
add to
This
your
is
top
less than ideal.
dynasty
I'll see if I
rebuilds.
can try and
Woo,
get us in a better
uniforms are
position here.
clean,
And what
boy.
I'm going to do here is switch my coaching adjustments. There's two types of no huddles. You can go the normal no huddle, but what we're going to be doing here is the turbo. But this is
Turbo.
just the fastest way to get down the field. So if I'm doing levels concept, it's going to be the same every time, but I can hot route and stuff, of course. Just going to drop this short, running back in stride.
Nice.
Look at this space for him.
Ooh.
Way downfield, getting out of
Ooh.
bounds. And now we're in turbo, so we're going to continue to run up the field. We can hit the turbo play, and it's going to remain the same.
There
So
we
the
go.
benefit of this is you want to be hiking this ball early on. And we're just going to take off with Bryson here.
Get out of
QB.
there, get out of
Look at
there.
this spacing for
Oh,
him.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Defense was caught off their heels. Out of bounds again.
Now, it does
So if
look
you're
a
running
little bit
turbo,
like
you're really gonna have
a
the
shaky
defense
camera that's
not
trying
able to adjust
that's trying to
quickly, like
stabilize
they were
itself.
not
But
even fully
besides
set
that,
there.
dog, it's looking
I'm going to be able
crispy.
to roll out to the corner. Can we get around this defensive end? Yes, we can.
Tutter. Ooh, I like that
This game
screen
is over.
shake.
They're up by
Yeah.
way too much, but it's totally fine. I'll show you the trophy presentation here anyways.
That's it.
I
Oh,
have
yeah,
seen,
he's
like 2 or
yeah,
3
he's
different ones
hey,
for
EA
the
said
Conference
you
USA
get
specifically. 'Cause I did a
some
long
breadcrumbs.
Kennesaw State rebuild in a different
Breadcrumbs
later
of
on. But the
gameplay.
fact that we made the Conference USA Championship in
That's
year 1 is
crazy.
pretty sick. Ooh, another 4-star.
Just to let you know, I am going to continue this reacting to this live, but if you're watching this video, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. This is just gonna be the gameplay, the first look at it. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Leave a like if you like it, dislike if you don't like, man. Come join us live like the rest of us, man. Come watch what we're doing, and we'll be there, man. But other than that, you be blessed. We'll see you next time.
Guy is a scheme
All right,
guru,
we're back in
architect, and
action.
motivator. So
We're
he doesn't
back
have
in
anything on the
action.
recruiting,
Had to end
but
off my
Drew
video.
Howell, like,
Got the
architect
videos
is a
I need,
very
boys. We're
valuable
just gonna
tree
sit
in my
back and
eyes.
watch
It's one
now.
of the level 2 ones. It's one of the hybrid trees too, so you need to have motivator and tactician to have it. Now you're not able to investigate further what they have here. You're gonna have to hire them to know specifically what they have under these trees. But I know for a fact architect is really good. Scheme guru is very good as well. And motivator would be nice because I've not gone down that path yet. And I've had Drew Howell in a rebuild before, so I know he's pretty dang good. Jason Lewis is probably lower on the list,
Hold
but he
up.
does have
Girlfriend
elite
is
recruiter. That could be beneficial to us, but the F prestige is not too good. Chuck Sims seems to be mainly a motivator. You can see by the little like skill graph thing in the middle, pointing heavily over there. I think overall what I'm going to value most here is probably going to be Drew Howell. Just being in the architect tree alone is something that I really value, so I'm going to try and offer him and see if he's interested. There's no guarantees here though. He is being courted by Minnesota and Louisiana Tech. I'm going to go Dom Campanero because he's got way more motivator than we have currently, so I think that could be valuable to me. Just trying to be more well-rounded as a coaching staff. Now, also, you can look at the coaching carousel. Of course, if I wanted to move on to a new job, I do have offers right here, and these will be flexible as we continue on. I can be the defensive coordinator at Arkansas, offensive coordinator at Michigan State. These are not the only offers. More will pop up next week. All job openings, and you can see which ones are potentially about to be opening up. Like you said, I'm not getting much interest from Auburn, but one of those top candidates will be the new head coach over there. So it could be the Florida head coach could move over. It could be the Liberty coach or the Kentucky coach. And then you you'll see next week that one of those positions will now be open. So if that does factor into my decision, I can wait to sign some place. But for this one, I want to stay at Kennesaw State. Now we're at the early national signing day. Most players have verbally committed at this point, but you can see we're still recruiting a lot of players. You can see I felt like we've had a pretty good recruiting class this year, but we've only landed 6 players at this point, so we're down at number 86. But honestly, for us, I think we're doing awesome, so I'm not really stressed about it. To have a high-profile recruiting class, of course, you'd have to be landing a ton of players. Like Texas right here has landed 24 stars, and Georgia has landed 7 5-stars. Even landing one 5-star is a miracle down here for us. So we'll just take what we can get at this point, and you can improve your ambitions later on. You can go in these rebuilds. You can see our grades have changed throughout the season, though. Like, because we had a good year and won 8 games, our championship contender went up to a B. That sounds pretty high, but that's because of the 12-team.
I think we only got like 20 more minutes
left. And if we
left.
won the Conference USA Championship, we would have had a much higher chance of sneaking in. It looks like App State is going to sneak in there because they probably won their conference championship. Looking at the sim stats this year, looks like Dylan Gabriel had 4,000 passing yards, 44 touchdowns, 9 picks. The rushing stats, it looks like, there's only a handful of 1,000-yard rushers. 13 touchdowns was the leading rushing touchdown leader. I had a 17-touchdown receiver, though, so a ton of 1,000-yard receivers. I guess more teams throw the ball in this game. Leading tackler had 95 tackles. Leading sack leader had 8 sacks. Most interceptions was 6. 8 deflections was the most. 4 forced fumbles. Only 3 block kicks the entire year. 1 safety. Only 6 defensive touchdowns. That seems low. Quite a few kick returns for a touchdown. Not too many punt returns for touchdowns. And that's just me quickly scrolling through it. You can look at the records national. You can look at it at your conference level.
Hey,
so
Case Keenum still up top
has
with
that 19,000 passing yards, which is also at the national level. So, good luck in Conference USA to break that. D'Angelo Williams. That's cool to see the actual names here. Devin Singletary.
That's
Do
super
dig that,
cool,
though.
dog.
That's some good detail. Kennesaw
That's
State, it looks like they're transferring
cool.
over
You
their
get
FCS records.
that might be the
Curious if
most
team builders will
underrated
be able to
thing.
start
I
from
didn't
zero
think
for
about that,
those,
but they
'cause
have
that'd
all
be
the
fun to,
accurate
have a
records, so you
bunch
can
of
like
records be set
really
and
break
then
records
continue
now
those
instead of
over.
breaking
I am too
10-year-old
curious,
records.
though. I got to look at the Bahamas Bowl presentation.
Some more
in the
gameplay,
rain for
nice.
this one too. We actually have fans. Let's go.
Oh my
The
God, them
graphics
boys
that pop up in between are so
a little
sick.
messed up,
Well,
but
we got
it
whooped
is
in this
what it
game
is.
too. We're probably not good enough to be here. We tried. Well, let's check out the presentation. Oh, I didn't see any trophy for
never
the
mind.
Bahamas Bowl there. Maybe they don't really have
They
an
just-
obvious one or something.
Yeah,
Not sure, but that's
EA
what
said
we
you
got there.
cannot
Looks like
use
we
that
signed
much.
both of
You
those
cannot use
coordinators
that
I was
much
hoping to.
content,
Stu
dog.
Howell and Dom Campanero joined the team, and now I can look more at his actual architect abilities. Oh, App State actually had a close one with Ohio State, but the top 4 is there: Ohio State, Clemson, Oregon, and USC, so that's a pretty strong group. Now it's USC Clemson in the championship game. Clemson takes it all, 48-42 in the national championship game. Looks like we had a pretty good season because now it moved us to 1.5 stars for Kennesaw State because we won 8 games. And we can see here on my school update is I have quite a few players at a risk of transfer. And now we're at the players leaving stage, so they're pretty much gone. But I do have a persuasion chance to bring them back. So this Jordan Miles guy, I have a very low chance, but I'll try to ask him anyway. Playing style for him is an F. That's probably due because we didn't get enough stats in that category for him.
great.
I'll try to
It's not
persuade him,
phenomenal.
but that's going to fail. I assume it's going to
gonna
fail.
fail.
For him, it seems like
Unlike how
a
you did that
plus.
in my ear.
Oh, we did get
I
him
wasn't
back.
messing with
That is
that, dog.
success. Same thing for this guy. He wanted pro potential, and that's going to fail. We have reached off-season
Yikes.
recruiting, which is when the transfer portal opens up.
Here we
I'm
go,
sure a lot of people are
transfer
curious
portal.
how this works. Now I can still recruit.
All
these high
right,
school
time
players
to
I've
get a
not
deep
fully
dive on the
committed
first
yet.
look
And
at
now
the
you see
transfer
600
portal.
hours.
Here we
That is
go.
for 2 reasons. We become a better program, so we have more resources available. And also, it's the off-season, so you're not scheduling games or anything. But now
Real.
if we look at the transfer portal, same thing. We have a recommended tab. And the thing with transfer portal is these players have their star rating adjusted, so their rating is now directly tied to their overall. So like a 4-star is going to be pretty dang good. We're number 3
Okay.
on this corner's board, so I might as well take a chance. He's only caring about play style. Not often you get 4 stars in the transfer portal, you know, especially at my level. So I'll take what I can get. I will say the transfer portal does move pretty quickly, so you don't have time to like really cast a wide net. You need to be selective right away if you want these players.
Okay, so
I'm
that's-
sure
I
people are
was-
curious, why have I not looked at 2 and 1 stars yet? So I'll take a look at a couple of them here. There's only one 5-star prospect in the transfer portal, Jaden Ott. He's from Cal, actually, so he definitely wants to play for a good coach. We need at least a B- coach prestige there. We're
But
not
yeah,
gonna
it's
get.
cool
Now,
to
you can
see
look
and
at
make
the
sure that they have that
transfers here.
distinction
Junkies
between like
Hardaway, not
regular,
worry about scouting
you
him.
know what
Know
I'm
he's gonna
saying,
be a pretty
regular
good player
scouting,
at
and then
4-star
actual
here. And we're trying to
transfer
schedule
portal
this visit
stuff.
right away. We're already in his top
crazy.
3. Let's not mess
That's
around. Give him
fire.
that early visit. We see his deal breaker is playing style, so let's just throw that right away. Knowing that right off the bat is going to be massive for us. We're just going to have him attend practice. Only about 11 players from the transfer portal that I'm potentially going for. I really want to scout these lower level ones so I can have a better idea of which one's the target. 93 strength. I think that guy's actually pretty solid, especially for a 2-star. I mean, his overall is probably lower, but he should be pretty easy to get. I'll offer him a scholarship.
Not bad.
Workhorse, downhill. Those are very good abilities. Could be sending quite a bit at this guy. Javius Bond. So we could pair this with the power back. I'm going to go all in on this guy too, because I feel like utilizing the transfer portal could be big time. You're noticing a lot of these transfers are not like busts and gyms, though. I think their overalls are usually more set in stone.
This is definitely where I think a lot of the big action is going to get done for your dynasty. If you really want to start upgrades,
I don't see a
you're going
negative
to
to
have
doing this.
to make like
Workhorse,
Coach
downhill,
Braun.
headfirst balance, armbar are all abilities that I love to see in power backs. Oh, but we're making big gains on this 4-star corner. In these like final couple weeks, I also just start to load up the board with guys that are highly interested in my team. Like these tight ends have no offers at all, so we might be able to sneak in and steal them right at the end of the year. He's a gym blocking one. Vernon Vincent, you're going to get some fat offers here at the end of the year. Another 3-star right guard coming in, another 3-star center. We got a transfer portal running back. Oh, but Hardaway, we did not end up getting him.
This
He
boy's
goes to
cooking
South
over here. This is
Carolina,
that,
and
this
I
that
really
early
pushed to
release
try
stuff.
and
It
get
ain't
that
gonna be like
4-star
this when you
corner
do
in
it,
the portal.
dog.
Javius Bond looks like a very
Better
quick
watch that.
and good players. Now at National Signing Day, this is what you got. This is your recruiting class. Everyone hard commits somewhere. Now that we're fully through the season, all right, we jumped up all the way to the 40th ranked class. 14 total prospects committed. Like I told you, around 15 is my usual number. We got 1 5-star, 4 4-stars, and 9 3-stars. Nothing below that. So I probably could have gotten more depth if I added way more 2 and 1-stars to my board at the end. But I'm totally fine with like getting higher quality players here in year 1, and then you fill out the depth as you go. But I just want to show you that it is possible to get 5 and 4 stars even at a 1-star school. You just have to be locked in and know what to do. Jaden Ott went to Oregon, it looks like. So that's a big swing for them. And now we're at position changes. So when we have some athletes, we can really switch them around here. And the way you do it is you sort by athlete. Here we only have one of them. His tendency is agile, so I'm assuming he's an offensive lineman. But it says he can also play defensive line. So he has 90 strength, 78
this is
speed,
fire.
which is
And I
for an offensive
think you could just do
lineman.
this
His
manually in
run block is
NCAA
pretty
14, if
low
I'm
at
not
63,
mistaken.
pass
Just
block
change
is
people's positions
65,
whenever you felt
tackling
like it.
84, finesse moves 79.
but, you
So
know,
yes, he
it
is
is
a
what
better
it is.
defensive player. And this will tell you he's going to be number 1 at the right end position, and we only have 2 players on roster right there, so we definitely need some help. So we'll put him over there. So Logan is going to be our day 1 starter at quarterback. We can't look at his player card yet until after position changes, but we know he's a 78 overall now, which is very high. Oh, we did end up getting Khalifa Keith. I know he had the playing time deal breaker, but he still comes here. That's pretty cool. And we also got Javius Bond, who is a better player at 79.
Javius
so I'm glad
Bond?
we got him too. And Julius Otis is 69 overall. Nice. And now we actually have a fullback on roster. Ooh, Dennis Moeller is pretty good. 74 overall. He's definitely going to be playing right away. He's way more talented than most guys on this roster. How about these freshmen I added at the last second? They're kind of forgettable at 66 and 65. And the center I got is pretty solid, 74 overall. I can't wait to see what their development traits are. We'll see that here in a moment. Jeremiah Burgess is 71 overall, so honestly a pretty good freshman. And it seems like we needed a ton of help at that position. You see, I pretty much ignored the defensive side of the ball. So if I continue this rebuild, I would focus on that in the future. Tony Francisco, 75 overall. He was a 4-star, so that's big for us. That
Key and Peele,
Caleb Bloom,
Key and
73
Peele
overall.
names,
That's gonna be a
dog.
nice
Do some
addition
Key
as
and
well.
Peele names.
That's all the position changes I really want to do at this moment. You see, at the end of the season, we get a massive boost in our head coach because we signed a recruiting class, got all those players in, and now we got some training results for players too. It looks like some players did not upgrade in their overall and other players did. Now, I wish I could have seen what their overall was before they went up, because otherwise I really have no idea. We don't have any of our transfer portal players in this training results, so they were not able to train with us, I suppose. The cutting stage is basically just encouraging players to transfer now. Now we have 92 players on the roster. We need to get down to 85. You can do this as simply as, like, I like to target players who are too low of an overall because they're not going to contribute anyways, especially if they're seniors. But you can't make freshmen that you just got in here to transfer. It is at this stage where you can have your custom conferences change again. You can do it at the beginning of Dynasty as well, but I just didn't focus on it there. I'm going to leave them all the same here, though, but you have a lot of flexibility with that. But now we got a recruiting class in. I think this is when Tactician really starts to get better, so I'm going to purchase this and show you what's in here. So you get direct ratings boost in this tree. You can kind of think about how the offensive and defensive coordinators used to work in NCAA 14. We get immediate boost to throw on the run, change of direction, throw under pressure, break sack, spin, juke, ball carrier vision, short and medium accuracy. So all of these are tremendously valuable, and I want my quarterback to be great from the get-go, so I'm going to go straight to tier 4 here. And I also want to have a strong offensive line, so I'm going to spin all the way in the top in this tier as well. And you can see these are already going to have direct overall boost for our players. So Wisnowski is a 78 overall, but with these tactician boosts, he's boosting up 4 overall points up to 82. And this is stacking with my coordinators as well, so there's just massive boosts. But Wisnowski, he's got the star development tree. That's awesome. And 5-star is just crazy to see at Kennesaw State, but we've done it, and we can see his potential for his throw power is extremely high. So that is cool to see. Man, I love this game because there's so many fun recruits you get all the time, and they're all so different. Like, some players have different skill caps. You'll see here his maximum potential for accuracy is only 9 out of the 10 ticks. So that's still pretty high, but he could have elite arm strength by the end of his career, and his IQ could be pretty high as well. So Logan Wisnowski is going to be a household name here, and he's not going to transfer out because that proximity to home is not going to change. So we got ourselves the quarterback of the future in Logan Wisnowski, and he's coming in with abilities right from the get-go. He's just that talented. Off platform, sleight of hand, extender, pull down, mobile, dead eye. He should be a quality player. Now you can change his name if you want to.
Look at this dude. Look at this dude posing for Instagram pictures.
Can't change his number, unfortunately. You can change his QB style.
You can't change his number.
Edit his gear if you want to,
okay,
and you can change his physique. So I wish I could change his number, but you can do the height and weight, arm size, that kind of thing.
Yeah, number's kind of like the most important.
But that's because they have such unique, like AI-driven faces in here. So almost every player is going to look different, which I think is pretty cool to see. Khalifa Keith, he's only impact for his development trait. Oh, but he has some pretty high potential at a lot of things, except for his catching. But quickness, hands, and power, oh my goodness, he could be a beast if you have the right coaching to get him improving. What about Javius Bond? He's got impact development, play styles A, so that could change if we're not careful. Elusiveness could go up. You could see these upgrade multiple things, and they upgrade themselves. You cannot actively upgrade it, but it could reach maximum speed too. Great
as I progress or whatever.
If he improves his attributes a little bit, he could be unlocking more.
This is dope. This is fire.
Which would be awesome to see. Darren Hyde does have that star development trait. He has no deal breaker, so I don't think he's going to transfer out, at least right now. Doesn't have that super high potential, so that's something to weigh in your options, but he's very low at like IQ and route running right now, so he's a little bit of a liability. So 66 overall with the talent above him, you probably want to look to redshirt him. Impact for Julius Otis as well. Gotta love fullbacks, even though he does not have high potential.
Who doesn't
how
love
low
a
these skill
fullback,
caps
dog?
are. So he's not going to improve his overall very much because of that alone, unless you had certain coaching abilities to unlock it even further. What about Dennis? He's got impact. He doesn't have tremendous potential. Like, he's already hit his quickness. He's not going to get any faster unless you have the coaching abilities to unlock those skill caps, but he can improve his hands and route running and his power and IQ as well. Salvador has the impact dev trait as well. He's that center we got, and oh wow, he has significantly limited potential, unfortunately. So he's going to hit his overall cap quickly. He'll still be a good player. He's already a high overall right from the get-go, 74, but with the
they literally look like
up to 78.
They put Key and Peele in the AI model
so
in the East and West Bowl and then made everybody
it's always fun
look
to see
like
what
children of
players end up
theirs.
having, because you really don't know what their skill caps are until you look at it, or their development trait, unless you have a specific ability. Now I'm going to go back to my custom schedules and do the FCS Southeast Pandas, because I got to play against my own team. I want to get Wisnowski on the field. I want to see him in action. Wow, our overall jumped to 82. That is a massive jump, probably due to Wisnowski and all the quality freshmen we just got in there, as well as the transfer portal players.
Wisnowski.
Let's see the Pandas. Logan Wisnowski.
Here we go. The
First 5-star in
Wisnowski.
team history.
Okay, little
bomb
trick
deep in the
play.
first one. He takes a hit.
Uh-oh.
We got Mueller
Yes, sir.
downfield, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, that
on
looks
his
smooth.
First ever play.
That looks
is
smooth, dog. That looks
That's going to be
nice.
a great connection, those two. Beautiful ball. He's going to change the culture of this program, and that's why I think I love this game so much already. There's been such fun recruits. They're always so unique. Every time I get a player like this, I just want to play it a zillion years into the future, but obviously I can't do it in this video.
Oh, there we go. Step up in the
scramble
pocket. Oh, he's getting
around,
loose.
Doing
The
that
whisk
thing,
tap.
Big man.
Okay, well, he's clearly not wiggly enough. He got too much ass on him, but it's all good.
Bond in space.
Ooh,
Let him cut
ooh,
around. Oh, he's got the juice for sure.
yeah.
Oh,
Wide open,
Another
dog.
touchdown to his favorite target. Freshman to freshman.
Yes, sir. 7 back. Oh, look at I was about to say if you don't hit that boy,
does not know how to play
if you
good
don't
coverage.
feed that
It's gonna be a third
boy,
touchdown for Logan. We're fireworks already.
crazy. Boop.
What a dime. Logan's a legend. 4 touchdowns.
Dipping dots, dog.
Throw on the run, and that's still money. This makes me want to just play through it for like 10 years down the road. Like, I already know that connection would be incredible and be a fun
These
one
boys
for
getting
the long
hurt,
haul.
too. Oh, over the top.
Lead 'em with that pass, and they just can't keep up with us now. 5th touchdown.
Uh-oh, steps up in the pocket, getting loose as a
Space
goose.
run for
Oh,
Logan.
going to the right.
To that outside, try and stiff on him.
Dot.
Oops, interception over the middle. That's not good.
That boy got too
I've
excited,
thrown 3
man.
picks 'cause I keep
Oh, my God.
throwing
It's
it to the end
35-27.
zone,
I thought they was
so
running
I mean,
on him.
I'm not known for my reads.
Here we go. Here we go.
5-star quarterback, you're able to make some big
Oh,
plays.
yeah.
It's
Put
the
it.
most volatile
Okay.
play ever.
Abusing the seams, huh? Oh.
Touchdown.
That
Louis
boy got,
We'll just kneel
okay.
it down and take
That
our
boy had
victory.
to
You see it
waggle a
automatically
little
goes
bit.
down when
Yeah.
it's pretty much over. For now,
That's
he's gonna
nice.
Be a legend here on campus. Player of the game goes to the receiver
Oh, my
because I
goodness.
threw like 4 picks with
That was crazy.
Wishnowsky off screen.
I'm loving
You don't
watching
need
the
to know
gameplay
that, all right?
itself.
It's just fun here, okay? Wishnowsky in his debut, 382 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's just the Drewski effect. I also wanted to quickly mention you can get players that are decommitted from other schools to commit to your school. I had this one player when I was first testing out. I didn't have commentary for it, but it was a player named Devon Kalu. I had the lead on him for a while, but then Georgia out of nowhere swooped in and snatched him. He was a 4-star wide receiver, so of course they were going to come in and challenge us at some point. Then I go to signing day, and I see that he is decommitted.
Oh,
from Georgia.
my
So I
God.
immediately
Yo,
jump
I
back
got to
on the
go
train,
to
fire
work.
as many points as I can in the offseason.
Oh,
And we
my
ended up
God.
landing him.
Anto
It was
the
just a
Boss
cool
is
story
about
there.
to
Devon
go
Kalu, able
live
to get him committed, and guess what I did with
for
him?
Road
His
to
first
Glory.
campus. Of course, that guy scores a touchdown too. I've seen so
What
many
a
cool
bomb.
things in this game so far.
What
and
a
I can't wait to just
bomb.
invest so many hours into it. And I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, this is it here. Holy moly, Guac. I'm gonna let him play, but
just like looking around the mode and
Anto the Boss. Okay, yeah, I see what they trying to do. I see what they trying to do to us, dog. They trying to make us look crazy, dog. They trying to make us look crazy, dog. Can I make this thumbnail? I'm gonna have to make a thumbnail live in front of y'all because Anto the Boss says he's got full gameplay for Road to Glory, dog. Are you serious? Yo. Why y'all doing this to me, dog? Come on, dog. Why y'all doing this to me? I gotta do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Live in 7 minutos, dog. Like, what do you want me to do about that? You want me to not at least check it out, right? At least see what's happening, right? Back to back. I'm gonna have to make a thumbnail live for you boys. Y'all want to see this? This is crazy. Road to Glory. It's officially, yo. This is. I did not think we would get gameplay, dog. We eating nice. We eating pretty good right now. I gotta be honest with y'all. So y'all stay locked in 7 minutes. I just gotta update the old thumbnail here. In old 7 minutes, we gonna be cooking with some grease here, dog. We gonna be cooking. I can't redo everything because I ain't got that type of time, but I could do like this. I could go like this. Road to Glory gameplay. How y'all like that? Y'all messing with that? Y'all messing with that, chat? Tapping in early. Appreciate you. Y'all how y'all feel about this thumb? I've already used homie, but I ain't got time to go get a new dude. This just for live, you know what I mean? We gonna go with this. We gonna go with this. I appreciate y'all being locked in. Finna change the thumb. Finna change the what's it called? Finna change the title, dog. And yeah, man, this is a great time. Oh no, I said I was gonna. I'm tripping. That's what I said I was gonna do. I was gonna take a home skillet biscuit, throw him over here, put him right here, please. Create clipping mask. Because I'm about to blow up. Should I just? I think I should just have this. Like this. No, should I not? Or should I just have this? I think I'm gonna have this. That don't look good. It don't look flavorful, dog. It don't look flavorful, dog. I don't know. If we ain't got nothing by 57, we gonna wrap it up and we gonna you dig, you feel me? We gonna switch it up. We gonna switch it up if we can't get it the right way, you feel me? So let me see. Y'all seeing live thumbnail editing. I'm sorry, I gotta do what I gotta do, dog. I'm not watching Road to Glory anymore. Road to Glory. I'm not watching what's it called? What is it called, dog? Dynasty. I'm not watching it anymore. Oh, this is just Photoshop, big dog. Simple, easy Photoshop. I'm trying to go turbo speed though. Where is this? Is this it right here? Yeah, that's it right there. Okay. I'm gonna have to reuse that. I guess that works. Oh no. I'm fumbling. 5 minutes left. Live thumbnail editing. I'm about to switch it up. Man, I appreciate you, Nathaniel. I know, man. It is. I've been like legitimately, and if y'all been watching the videos, y'all been seeing it, but like legit waking up thinking about this game. I'm a grown man, dog. Just been waking up thinking about the days that I'll be spending neglecting everything in my life. I don't know. I think I like this one better, to be honest with you. That one's cleaner. Let's do it. Let me switch it up real quick. College football. Road to Glory. Gameplay. I think we're here, ain't we? Hey, let me get this out the way. We're here, boys. Oh, I can't click anything, but it's gonna go into it. Then it's gonna have like another mini countdown. So y'all know how that go. Switching over the thumb right now. Boom. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Road to Glory gameplay. I had no idea, big dog. I had no idea this was fin to happen. I appreciate y'all coming at and chilling with us. You know what I'm saying? Everything is updated. Just before we get into this, I just want to say this game, first, the way that they've executed the marketing so far has been great. Shout out to Bordeaux. Shout out to these content creators that we've known for a while. They've been putting in a lot of pain, right? These content creators have really been doing it when the Maddens of the world, the 2Ks of the world, been treating them like crap. Like, if we're being honest with you, then they wasn't really treating them the way that it should be. So to see the EA come back with this game seems like giving the people the early content that they need, giving them opportunities to really. I mean, QJB, a great historic channel, but he hasn't really been going crazy. These are instant like injections for these guys, right? And having that ability, and it's cool because like each content creator is getting like their own thing. Like Bordeaux got to go there first and got the gameplay. He was there. And then, QJB got homeboy that I was just on, what's it called? Oh dang, I think my internet's tripping. Dang. Oh no. I might be buffering a little bit here, boys. Might be doing a little buffering here, boys. But no. All that to say, shout out to QJB, man. 60 seconds here. I hope I'm not lagging too much. How you feel about no high school? Felt that it was a central part of the NCAA games, grinding to get to college. I actually made a whole video about that. People were not happy about my take. It's on the channel. It's like it's called College Football, the problem, or one of the problem. I made a lot of problem videos, but the big thing for me is, and we talked about it with Road to Glory, and I think he's going to get into it in this with the Road to Glory deep dive, is that luckily with the transfer portal, I think some of those things that we typically look for, right, and being able to have that road, I think it can be achieved by maybe just being a 2-star prospect and then going here, going there, and then kind of working your way up instead of strictly just being instead of having the high school experience. I think it sucks not having the high school experience. I think the reasoning for it is even dumb. The only thing I've ever heard is like they couldn't get some Nike Spark deal, but you telling me you can't get some unlabeled high school teams and just put random colors and random stripes on them like they did in NCAA 14? and just not have spark. I don't know, dog. I think it's crazy. I really do think it's crazy. I think it's nutty, man. I think it's crazy, dog. I gotta drop all this stuff. I think we're about to start here. Dang, I think my stream is lagging. Dang, dog. Why? Y'all let me know if my stream is tripping or not. But we're about to hop into this. It looks like lag. Okay, great. I'm lagging. Phenomenal. He says I'm lagging. I might come back here in a second. Girl, ain't nothing to the pain. You can change your last name. What you asking? Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. See if I can figure out this lag situation. It's definitely 2K's fault. I appreciate you understanding, dog. See, we're gonna stream data.